Happy April Fools, everyone, is what I would say if I actually liked the holiday. How's it going, everyone? My name is Dave, and welcome to another video. So, I almost completely phased out the fact that today was April Fool's Day, but and I've never actually talked about the holiday before, like my thoughts on it, like kind of like how I have for at least like for Halloween and for Valentine's Day. I figured this year I might as well do that for the rest of the holidays as they kind of come around. Um, and well, since today's April Fool's, before I forget again, I'm going to talk about that. Now, I don't downright hate April Fool's Day. No, I don't hate it. It's just not for me. Um, the reason for this is I just don't like pranks. And a lot of the time, prior to having an opinion about this holiday, people would prank me in a way that just is. Well, let's put it this way. I'm SpongeBob. These other people are either Plankton or, if you want an episode directly, reference Squidward. I would always get these individuals who would just take it way too far, and it kind of just ruined the holiday for me. As minor as the holiday is, um, it did kind of ruin it for me. And I guess for me, it just kind of gets to a point where it's like, why? Why? I don't get it. Now, obviously, there's some circumstances where pranks make sense, and April Fool's circumstances do make sense. Like, there are videos that go up. A good example of this, there was a couple of April Fools ago. Wow, is that even the right term for that? That sounds weird. Anyway, the channel Random Encounters, who I've been watching since I would say maybe the Smash Brotherhood started kicking off, or when they tried to start that so many years back. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll have a link to their channel in the description below. If you do, then, well, I guess it's there anyway. um, but they, a few years back, did an April Fool's video about a FNAF musical, a Five Nights at Freddy's musical. And they made it an April Fool's, but they did it very, very, very lightheartedly. They were like, gotcha, because people kept wanting them to do more Five Nights at Freddy's musical follow-ups and stuff like that, but they didn't really have the desire to do it, which makes sense. I mean, it's not like that's the one thing that they did, but I digress. The video they did worked. It was very lighthearted. It was very, hey, gotcha, we aren't doing this. It was one of those kind of situations, which makes sense. I mean, it's not like it impacted anybody negatively, but that's kind of where the line gets drawn for me when it comes to April Fool's Day. Most people that I've ever experienced have a tendency to take April Fools way too far. Now, obviously, there are some channels that on here that would do like pranks and stuff, but I mean, generally they do it well and they do it lightheartedly, so it doesn't impact anybody negatively. But I mean, this is their job. They're prankster channels. It's what they do, so it makes sense. Obviously, there's still some pranking channels on here that do it very wrong and are looked down on for it, but for the most part, the prank channels that I've come across are actually not that bad because, well, they're professional about it. And unfortunately, the people who prank a lot on April Fool's Day, at least from what I've experienced, aren't professional at all. They're very naive, they're very over the top, they're very Squidward. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you probably don't remember the episode where SpongeBob's he loves April Fool's Day. It's his favorite holiday. And it annoyed the crap out of Squidward when it became that holiday, so he did an April Fool on him, except he actually went way too far with it. And everybody hated on Squidward for it. rather than hating on the person, I just choose to hate the holiday. But even then, I feel like hate is a strong term. I don't even think that's accurate. I don't hate April Fool's Day. I just don't like it. It's one of those things where I think it's okay. I think it's just there. Now, obviously, I'm one of very few people who actually acknowledge the holiday, who would actually say that. But that's just me. It's my opinion. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the holiday, but I'm not gonna hate on it. It is a good. The one positive thing I think that comes out of it is it actually allows good connectivity between those who look at it accurately. I think. Like a lot of people who do celebrate it, if that's the term you want to use, a lot of people who do are usually people who are friends and they connect and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, there are some who are not, given the experiences I was talking about earlier, but those who do celebrate and do it with light hearts, that's probably because they do it with their friends and their friends only, and their friends know their limits, so they respect that. Simple as that. I don't know. These are kind of just my thoughts on April Fools. What are your guys' opinion? Do you guys like the holiday? Let me know in the comments below. If you do, what is your favorite kind of prank or joke that's been pulled on you on April Fools? If not, then what is your reasoning? Let's just try to avoid arguments in the comments, please, because that's not necessary. This is just opinion. That's all it's needed to be. And anyway, yeah. Thanks again for watching this video, guys. Once again, give it a like if you like this video, and consider subbing to the channel because I try to do these vlogs as much as we can, at least once a week, if I can. I'm not sure how we're gonna go about that yet, but I'll probably, like I said, I've said this before. I'll probably start doing vlogs like on the weekends, like on Saturdays when I can. So we'll do them frequently, but not often. Anyway, we do have a lot of them either way around. So yeah. Check those out. I'm sure there are links next to my head by this point. Click those if you want to check out anything else on the channel, whether it's something you really like, the YouTube things you might really like, or the playlist of a bunch of discussion. Holy crap, there are that many videos. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and click those. And thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see y'all later.